Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous, with me, Bring It On. Let's talk to Forn Autumn Haze. Before you, exhausted and seated on the ground, is none other than Forn. He looks up at you in surprise. Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you here. It appears my luck hasn't run out just yet. May I ask for your help? Which is funny because I actually haven't helped him once so far. You notice a sizable amount of blood pulled by his legs. A belt is tied around one leg below the knee, but that doesn't appear to have stopped the bleeding. Celsius rolls up his sleeves. Talking can wait. We need to help the wounded first. I can take care of him. Assess Forn's wound. Forn has lost a lot of blood. Judging by the pull around his boot, he should have collapsed in unconsciousness long ago. He must be a truly resilient fighter. Survey the area. Forn's strength has failed him at the worst possible time. He has stopped to rest in the middle of an open area, where a deadly arrow may come flying from any direction, and anyone approaching him to help will likewise be in danger. What are you doing here? I was tracking Kaylessa and found her lair not far from here. Again we fought, and again she was able to wound me. She is following my trail here as we speak. I found this all very suspicious. He can't be trusted. An elf seems to have appeared out of thin air. He shoots Forn a hateful glare. This is a trap. Forn is an assassin of the Winter Council, and he's come here to kill you. Grabbing his weapon, Forn shouts out forcefully. Watch out. She's stronger and deadlier than she looks. Slay her before she kills us both. A trap? What are you talking about? His wound is just for show. He's unharmed and full of strength. His goal is to lure you in, so his cronies can attack you. I bet they're hiding nearby, waiting for the right moment. Kaylessa surveys the seemingly barren landscape suspiciously. Forn chuckles coldly. An ambush. Who is lying to us? Her, or our own eyes? Why would Forn want to kill me? He's a cold-blooded assassin sent by the Winter Council. That cabal of scumbags dispatches him whenever it needs an inconvenient truth covered up. And as for anyone unlucky enough to learn such truths that might sully our people's good name, well, he washes it all away with their blood. Forn mutters, his face scrunched up in contempt. Another lie. Will you ever tire of your deceit, accursed wretch? Why did you decide to intervene? You spared me. Let's say I'm repaying my debt. She gives you a stony look. Or do you think that, since I'm a drow, I don't know the meaning of honor? I believe Kaylessa. Forn, your deception ends here. Forn rises to his feet. His movements make it obvious that his injured leg was nothing more than a ruse. That is a shame. If you had just believed me, this would have been over more quickly and less painfully. It's unlikely that my associates will grant you an easy death now. Not hiding his contempt, Forn nods in the direction of the dark elves that have appeared out of the shadows. So, I don't think I've ever sided with Forn in this quest. But even if you do, you're going to get attacked. So there's really no benefit to siding with Forn. Forn, have you gone mad? I was tasked with keeping the secrets Kaylessa discovered from getting out. Knowing your reputation, I assert that you would otherwise have unearthed them in short order. Therefore, I had no choice but to do this. No one is to blame for this. It's just the way things turned out. Alright, do you want the abyss on your front lawn? If I don't stop it, it's going to keep spreading. Who do you really serve? Forn's voice is full of pride. I serve my people and no one else. Being an elf is not just a privilege. It's an obligation that I bear with honor, no matter how heavily it may weigh on me at times. Kaylessa's words are cold and biting. Liar. You serve a pack of unscrupulous scumbags, a clique of self-righteous schemers. In order to protect their lives, you murder the innocent, and then you hide behind words like duty. How could you ally yourself with the drow? Are you a demon worshipper? His voice trembles tragically. I did not seek this perverted alliance. Yet it was inevitable. These extreme circumstances forced me to end your life. And Amora also sought your death, so joining forces was mutually beneficial. If things were different, I'd be the first to rise up against her, but it just so happens that you have suddenly become a greater threat to my nation than she is. Kaylessa is scowling, her tone acerbic. The Winter Council believes that honor is the perfect shield against any accusations of ignominious acts. Why did you ask for my help in your hunt for Kaylessa? I would have preferred not to have involved you in this matter, and to put her to death myself. Then, I would have to kill you as well. Forn sighs quietly. But after my first clash with Kaylessa, I realized I didn't have the strength. Thus, I decided to use you instead. And I provided some motivation. I set up those skirmishes with the drow so that my words would seem more plausible. I regret that I had to stoop to such baseness, but even more, I regret that it was unsuccessful. Alright. Attack. You'll pay for your deception, elf. Forn addresses you in a calm, somewhat sorrowful manner. I am sorry for having to do this. Believe me, I take no pleasure in carrying out this order. But circumstances are stronger than our desires.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
Cover me, alright?
And my large hammer is stronger than your entire posse put together.
Don't hold back! You crossed the wrong mark! Begone, fiend!
Even in the face of death, Forn maintains his melancholic tranquility. I know I would die like this, on the edge of the world, defending the threads of nobility that weave my race into a single glorious nation. Well, at least I do not die in vain. Whose orders are you following? He just smiles sadly. You think that, since I'm at death's door, I will reveal the secrets of my superiors. You're mistaken. I and others like me know how to make our hearts stop beating before any treacherous words can spill from our mouths. I will remain loyal until the end. Aren't you ashamed of what you did? With a mournful look, Forn says, You wouldn't understand. You're not of my people. So, I think my paladin can sympathize to some degree. He understands duty. But still, this guy's a jerk. But we'll say rest in peace. Forn closes his eyes, and a quiet, peaceful breath escapes his lips. His chest stops heaving, and the fingers he had wrapped around his weapon go limp. There's a deep bitterness in Kaylessa's voice. He even managed to die gracefully, despite being a complete scoundrel. Can I finally get an explanation as to what just happened? Forn wasn't a Dark Hunter, he was just a hunter. He served the Winter Council, a powerful elfin organization. It wants me dead because I've learned of a very dark secret. That's why they sent Forn to kill me, and everyone I could potentially have told about it. Meaning you, soldier. Tell me about yourself, the whole truth. With a weary sigh, she says in a hollow voice, I was born in Keonan, in the blessed forest of the elves. I was different back then, pure and noble. But no matter how beautiful and fair Keonan was, it had its share of injustice, cruelty, and crimes committed with impunity. And I never could stand crimes going unpunished. I joined the Sunset Wasps, a secret sect of vigilantes dedicated to Calistria. By night, we'd bring justice to those whom the law had failed to punish. Liars, traitors, molesters, murderers. But the further we went, the more our doubts grew. We asked ourselves, how reliable was the information we were getting? Could there have been any mistakes? Alas, it was too late. The whole time, we were puppets in the hands of a priestess of Discari by the name of Anamora. That monster had been toying with us, using us to kill innocents. The Wasp was revealed to be a locust, and we were unmasked as criminals, outcasts. We were wanted and had nowhere to turn. The only option was to bend to the knee to Anamora, who promised us protection. I was the only one who refused, but I was captured and taken by force. Then, under Anamora's watchful eye, our apprenticeship began. We did dark, horrible things, bathing in violence and spite. Myself included, I did them too. At first I was controlled by magic, then they broke me. And the dark fate, the curse of our people, took us one by one, until finally embraced me as well. When I saw the monster I had become, I mustered what remained of my will and fled. I wanted to tell everyone the truth. Tell them how we were caught in the demon's trap. Let the world know about the dark fate. The Anamora's hunters, my former comrades, they came for me. And they weren't the only ones, as it turned out. Tell me more about Anamora. She's a true drow, one who never was a normal elf. And even among drow, she's a dangerous monster, the deadliest of Discari serpents. Fear her. Her flesh nurses swarms of terrifying creatures, and her mind. I've learned the danger of her guile firsthand. The Winter Council. What sort of organization is it? The Winter Council is a legend, but few doubt its existence. It's said to be a clique of influential elves of Keonan, a mysterious group that watches over the interests of elvenkind, protecting them, by any means necessary. Murder, espionage, blackmail. No tool is excessive for them if the reputation and honor of the elven nation are at stake. When I decided to tell the world the truth about the Dark Fate, the bane of our kind, I signed my own death warrant in the eyes of the Winter Council. They don't want elves to be tarnished by their association with the ignoble drow. They're too scared of being held responsible for the crimes of their dark cousins. It's better to hide this dangerous truth and destroy everyone who knows it. What's the Dark Fate? It's been assumed since time immemorial that the drow are either a degenerate branch of our kind or an abhorrent perversion, a mockery fostered by the dark gods. But the truth is that the chasm between the elves and the drow is much smaller than one might think. Any elf can become a drow. Absolutely anyone. Whenever an elf commits unthinkable evil, letting darkness into their heart, they may one day transform. The Dark Fate is a state of the soul of an unrepentant malefactor who detests the light. An elf like that is no different from a drow, both in appearance and in spirit, and thus they become a drow. Kaylessa smiles mirthlessly. Her face shows the immense fatigue of the months of wandering, fighting it for survival. Such cruel irony. The elves were trying so desperately to convince everyone that they have nothing to do with the drow, the most vile, horrid race in the world. And it turns out that the distance between a normal elf and a drow is but a single step. I see. So, what now? Now I ask one last favor of you. I still have friends left in Keonan. Real friends. Ones I can trust. Send a letter to Avanara, to the leader of the Border Defenders. Recount my tragic tale, so it doesn't die as the Winter Council wants it to. Since I won't have the chance to speak this truth myself. Because you'll have to end my life now, soldier. She looks at you calmly, warily. There's neither threat nor fear in her words. Only a plea for, and acceptance of, the inevitable. Maybe my mythic powers can return you to the path of light. Your curse can't be irreversible. Deep-seated fear appears on Kaylessa's face. No more. I've already been changed, so I've been changed once. I won't let anyone do it to me again. Even if you want to save me, know that I would sooner slit my own throat than allow my soul to be reshaped once more. You can't give up. Don't listen to her, Donald. Even when the wounded beg for death, the healer must keep fighting, for every life. I've endured enough fighting, Cleric. Thank you for your heartfelt words, but this case is incurable. Pray for me, and let me go to Pharasma in peace. What if you can still be saved? If there's a dark fate, could there be a light fate? Maybe good deeds could heal you. With a bitter smile, Kaylessa shakes her head. A light fate. Wouldn't that be nice, but no. No such blessing exists. The road into darkness goes only one way, and I've almost reached its end. The dark impulses in my heart have been growing stronger by the day. It's been getting harder and harder to remain myself, to resist the urges. I've spent all my strength. When I saw Forn dying, I almost howled in delight. I wanted to dig my nails into his face, gouge out his eyes, mangle him, and rejoice. It's not me anymore. It's a beast I've been turned into, and it will break free very soon. These are the last minutes of the old Kaylessa's life. Please don't delay, and spare me the fate of becoming a monster. Why do you seek death? I ask after that whole conversation. The dark fate is claiming me. I can feel the malevolence and the hatred in my heart growing fiercer with each day that passes. The memories of the crimes I was forced to commit are clouding the world before me. I refuse to tread this path any further, or turn into a monster. If you have any mercy, I beg of you, kill me and end my torment. Not sure what the better roleplay option is here. I only smite evildoers, and right now she's not acting evil. She may in the future, and we can always put a stop to her then. But for right now, I won't do it. I never said you had a choice. Goodbye, soldier.
Can we retreat already? Distract them for me.
Good job, Woljif.
I'll take care of it.
Alright, second chance. Oh, he took her head off too. Way to go, Woljif. Couldn't even have a clean kill on her. Alright, let's get out of here. One of these ways. Resonant voice of the majestic angel rings out through the hushed streets of Drezen. You hear his words from afar. They concealed it right under our noses. And without Xanthir's notes, an incarnation of corruption, even I would not have been able to locate the barrier. Surely the herald of the Inheritor can rid us of this scourge. Erebeth stumbles over her words slightly. It is impossible, righteous one. I cannot do it alone. But wait. I hear the steps of one who brings hope. Greetings, champion. We meet again. I am bigger than you. Valiant Erebeth and I have been discussing a new calamity that has befallen us. Specifically, this. The angel gestures toward a symbol on the paving stones. The Ivory Sanctum held a dark secret. Directly beneath Drezen, in the bowels of the earth, there lies one more bastion of the demons, the Midnight Fane. It is the repository of a mighty rift through which the spawn of the Abyss traveled to Golarion. The entrance to this place is right in front of us, blocked by a barrier that is accessible only to demons. So this is where Monago fled to, where all the demons in the city have been coming from. They can pass through the barrier freely, but we can't. And it doesn't just stop us, it injures us too. It is much worse than that. The barrier is imbued with enormous power. An attempt to break through will trigger a magical explosion. I could protect you and the city from it, but even my powers will be insufficient to hold back the chaos and open the way. This is what disturbs me most. We cannot allow the demons to rebuild their armies and plot their next attack right below the sacred heart of the Crusade. Zathervang told me about this demonic barrier. I encountered similar barriers in Arilu Vorlesh's laboratory. I have a key that can break through the barrier. All you have to do is protect us from the blast. I'm impressed by your many gifts, champion. Together, we shall open the passage and protect the city. And then, we shall burn the Midnight Fane with the cleansing fire of righteousness. But first we must gather our strength. I shall send word to Queen Galfrey. Her help may be necessary when we reach the dark bastion of the Abyss. The Queen will heed my call and arrive quickly, within a month. You must use this time to prepare to attack the Fane. Answer a few of my questions before I leave. Ask your questions. I'll be glad to answer. So now we have 30 days until the Queen arrives. And not a whole lot to do. May Iomede's light be with you. We might get some events we haven't seen before.
We do it my way.
Angel greets you warmly, but her eyes remain sad. Greetings, my rescuer. The Hand of the Inheritor told me you've been keeping your distance from him because of your wing. Pagoda's clear eyes become clouded with sadness for a moment. Then she answers resolutely. Yes, and I am firm in my decision. You know, if it were a physical deformity, I wouldn't be ashamed of it. There's nothing shameful in part of oneself being unpleasing to the eyes of others. But this wing is something very different. Supernatural beings differ from mortals. The connection between our bodies and our souls is much stronger. The two are almost inseparable. It's not simply that I have a wing made from the fabric of the Abyss. A small piece of the Abyss is a part of me now. Argona stops and hunches her shoulders. As long as this foulness is with me, I do not want to inflict my presence on my celestial comrades. Alright, I respect your decision. Stand firm. Thank you. Your support is important to me. Alright, let's go sell some stuff. Then we'll head inside and try to talk to some people, and then we've got 30 days to kill. Actually, let's talk to the storyteller. Oh yeah, a second chance. Whenever this +3 keen Elven Curved Blade misses an attack, the next attack made with it gains a +3 bonus on the next attack. On the attack roll. Multiple applications of this bonus stack until the weapon lands a hit. That's pretty good. That'd be really useful against the boss in the Midnight Isles expansion. Many eyes or something with eyes. Actually, that might be worth it on Nenio. Or Ember. Oh, so I can't see bismuth. Well, I do have some equipment for bismuth. I just gotta remember to equip it next time I can. So the stern hand, I was thinking about giving that to Lan. I wanted to find a way to counteract its will save for his animal companion. Also forgot he had that. Well, we'll figure it out. There was an unusual spring in the succubus's step today. She has a mysterious smile on her lips that you can't recall seeing before. Oh, Desna, something truly miraculous happened to me. If only you knew. You're beaming with delight. Yes, I've never been so happy before. I used to, and now I'm... No, wait. This doesn't feel right. Look, Arueshalae takes a few deep breaths, trying to calm down. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have barged in like that. We need to talk one-on-one. I'll be waiting for you at the tavern. The succubus runs off without giving you a chance to say another word. Second chance. I'm just making up words now. Alright, let's take a look at this real quick. Must have Arueshalae's campaigning quest to do next. But decrees. Oh, hey, we didn't actually finish any while I was gone. Great. These are almost maxed out. Keep that in mind. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm going to rest up. Don't need that. But that's something we can do while we're waiting for Golfer to arrive.
Why'd you even bother doing the jobs you're hired for? Just take the money and go to ground for a while. And if you're found, just kill them all. You're a scary fella. You could handle it. If I was a bounty hunter, that's what I'd do.
Something tells me you won't die of natural causes, friend.
Airbeth looks a little puzzled, but salutes you as the protocol demands. Commander, you have a letter from Mendev. Sent via the Church of Iomedae by a trusted courier from the Nerosian archives. It is sealed and signed by Inquisitor Liotr, and I was asked to deliver it to you personally. So that's what I'm doing. Airbeth hands you a sealed scroll. Why do you look so puzzled? I know Inquisitor Liotr very well. His nickname is Hawkblade for a reason. He works in the field. He does not deal with paperwork. I was wondering what he was doing in Nerosian, in the archives of all places. The most dangerous things the Inquisition can catch there are rats, not witches or cultists. On second thought, I don't want to know. I'm better off staying out of the Inquisition's business. Thank you, Airbeth. You can leave now. The Paladin salutes you again and leaves. Alright, Liotr's letter. Esteemed Knight Commander, I'm writing to you regarding the case, which you so graciously helped me to investigate. I hasten to inform you that I may have discovered something that will help us finally unravel the mystery of what happened in the place known to us both. It may also help to neutralize the source of this mystery. My current research compels me to take a short trip outside Mendev, but I will return shortly and find you wherever you are at the moment. I urge you not to take any further steps in this regard without me. The danger may be much more serious than both you and I presumed at the beginning. May the gods be with you, Liotr Hawkblade, servant of the people of Mendev and loyal Inquisitor of Our Lady Iomedae. P.S. It is crucial that he does not suspect a thing. You know who I mean. That I do. We did have a decree that had 1 day left and we just rested, so maybe we can issue another decree. Alright, the distressed soldiers have received everything they needed. And we can... Omelet innovation. So we can hide the truth about Kaylessa or reveal the truth. I think we'll do that. And we get 50 marksmen, which is pretty good. Alright, the elf Kaylessa's last wish was that her friends in Kyonin learned of her story. The commander is the only one who can recount its every detail. Kaylessa's friends will be thankful to hear the truth about her fate. 50 marksmen will be recruited at the commander's headquarters, which is far more valuable than 5 shadow dancers. But if you decide to hide the truth about Kaylessa, the Winter Council wishes to bury the truth about Kaylessa and the fact that she was turned into a drow by the Dark Fate. The commander's servants can ensure that all traces of her stay in Mendev are concealed. Perhaps a clique of powerful elves will be thankful and see the leader of the Crusade as a potential ally instead of as an enemy. And the Winter Council will be grateful if the truth about Kaylessa is hidden. 5 shadow dancers will be recruited at the commander's headquarters, which... Shadow Illusions. Summons an illusionary unit, equal number and stats to casting unit, and grants it a bait ability. Yeah. Not very good. So this. And it seems like the honest and righteous thing to do. Have to do one more thing in the Crusade management menu. Then we'll go to the tavern and we'll do Arueshalae's quest next time. Alright, good job, team. And just try and ensure that we do max out our military stats. Let's go ahead and recruit all these guys. And we'll call it Riffraff. Because in a lawful good angelic army, Infernal Cavalry and Hell Knights are probably Riffraff. Actually, there. Let's call it something else. A bit more respectful. So, they should be lawful good as well, right? Oh, neutral good. We got lawful evil and lawful evil. I want to say lawful lads, but that sounds too, childish for this army. I don't know yet. I can't do that because of the Devas. Devas and Devils? Sure. I think that's a good name. Alright. Let's get back on track. We also have to go to the Murky Grotto. I tried to mention this earlier. We got interrupted by our camp banner. You go to the Murky Grotto and buy some more ingredients for crafting. Meals, specifically. Alright, I'm going to call it here. Next time we'll speak to Arueshalae and do her quest. And then make time to go to the Murky Grotto. We have a month to kill, so I'm not too worried about it, as long as I remember to do it. But either way, for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.